Now, get a grip and control your programming. That's important. All right. So I thought about this because I've met a lot of people lately who tell me that they're not entirely happy with their life, or that they're worried, they're concerned about the future. The future, yes. So many years ago, oh my God, it must have been, it's only 18 years ago. A good friend of mine once remarked to me, he says, of the people I know, you are the person who exercises the most control over the experiences and information that enter your life. I thanked him for that compliment. He did add that I was selectively naive. I said, okay, that's okay too. Certain things I don't really want to know about. Another friend told me I was brainwashing myself. I told him I was going to wash till I got it clean. Still another asked me how I could know the news without watching TV. And I told him, well, I create it. So I believe all these people who made these observations were correct. And so the future really is yours to create. So here's how. First, take the reins back. Control your programming. Yes. So as a kid, I wanted to know, when did I get to write the scripts? When did I get to write the TV shows? When did I get to write the jokes in the books? Because I was aware that these things were all written by people. So the answer, of course, is whenever you want. And the even more direct answer is, you are actually writing the scripts right now. You're actually writing the future right now. You are telling your mind what the future will be, and you are creating that very future. Now, I say you are telling your mind, and make no mistake, it's you. Now, maybe you're permitting certain messages to enter your consciousness, but it's about you. So here are some things I've done to create my present, which was the future 20 years ago. First, I controlled my programming. I had to get a grip. Now, as a kid, I was very sensitive. So if I saw something bad, then I felt bad for a very long time. And if I saw something good, then I was relaxed and reassured. And this meant that literally when I would watch TV, it was a very difficult experience. And so early on, I stopped watching TV. So as soon as I left home, which is age 18, I stopped watching TV. In college, I don't think I even watched one TV show. So I stopped watching TV. Then, as of 1987, I did not own a TV. Now, for about 1 year in 1990 something, there was a TV in my house, but I didn't watch it. So I did not own or watch a TV since 1987. Next, movies. You need to stop or control the ones you see. So TV and movies are extremely sinister and dangerous because your subconscious accepts all visual input as true and accurate, as if it really happened. So you'll watch a movie and your conscious mind will say, it's just a movie. But your subconscious actually internalizes that as true. So for this reason, I take incredible care to censor what videos, any visual input I have, especially that's not natural. So if I watch a movie, which I think the last one I watched was 5 years ago, I watch movies that are at least 10 years old. The reason for this is that, first of all, I know the content of the movie, I know the outcome, and I can be sure that it's something that I feel is okay to admit to my subconscious to create the kind of future I want to create. So another reason for watching movies that are at least 10 years old is you're detached from the time the movie was scripted, and the programming to you is actually very obvious. And more recent movies mix truth and programming, and your subconscious believes it and you can't edit it as much and say, oh, that's not true. You're like, oh, wow, that could be. Oh, maybe. And you accept it. And then when you accept it, your behavior is governed by it, and you actually live to make it, in a way, to make it become true. So spending more time viewing fake videos that have been edited fills your subconscious with edited, programmed, censored content that may misdirect your activities and your thoughts. So the better thing, of course, is to look out your window and then create a programmed wonderland, and you will be living in the scenes of the movie that you create. So how do I do this? Well, I spend time with living people. I minimize the amount of virtual people or Zoom interaction, or even worse, edited videos. So what you should do, and what I do, is I walk down my street and I reassure myself, oh wow, things are great. People are happy, people are walking, people are healthy, people are getting along, people are doing well. And if you're seeing more of these things, then it will help you create a future consistent, at least with the good that's available. So I turn off any videos that do not represent the world as I want to create it or experience it. For example, I look for how-to videos that create the future I want. For example, I binge watched on how to do splits. Now I can do splits. I did not binge watch how to build a shelter in my backyard. I don't have a shelter in my backyard. So literally, by the information you put in your brain, you actually create your actions. I don't read or receive the newspaper or any print publications. I don't go to the movies. I don't own a TV. I do not consume programming or commercial messages. I don't even receive junk mail. So, Dr. Janice, how can that be? I would say to anyone, it's worth your while to pay for a box at like a commercial place like mailboxes or whatever. And you can actually instruct them to throw out your junk mail. I've recently stopped even reading the clickbait titles on YouTube. I've realized that the title itself is programming, and the content rarely gives more information than the title and doesn't contain information that I need to make a decision or direct my life in the way I want it to go. I'll give you an example. I want to make desserts for Thanksgiving. So rather than consume the gloom and doom about prices, I search for information on pies and recipes. So I made sweet potato pie, apple pie with the lattice crust. I've always wanted to do that, make that fancy little crust with the weaving, basket weave on top. It's easier than you think, by the way. And lemon cream pie. I did not cry about turkey prices. Now, there's concern about shortages. So I walked around my neighborhood and I noticed the abundance. I look at the trees. Thousands of leaves in the trees, probably millions. I didn't count them all. So walking through my neighborhood, there's a guy who has a hibiscus tree that has tons of unpicked fruit last year. So I asked him if I could pick the fruit this year. When he said yes, I offered to give him a jar of the jam I would make from it. He's a great guy. What a nice person. Programming. So that's what I tell myself. He's a great guy. I don't know if he beats his wife. I don't even know if he has a wife. But I tell myself, what a nice person.